Once again, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is still George Nnamdi, and of course, we continue making every necessary effort to see that the ongoing carnage, the confusion introduced in our society by certain group of individuals is revealed. We actually came as a solution, not to be part of the problem. The year is almost coming to an end, and there is need for us to take a little break and reevaluate what is going on around our communities, our region as a people. And honestly, we understand it took over 10 years for most of our people to develop the mindset they currently operate on. But then, we're not giving hope that the mind of our people will be restored. And that is why we tell them we are the Biafran watchmen. We are not going anywhere. Now, understand the simple logic there. If we keep quiet and allow this evil to strive longer than it has, there will be no hope left for our people. While the year is coming to an end, I want to quickly point out 7 greatest achievements of Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob. And then you should be able to tell yourself the truth and then decide where you belong to. By this time last year, they were busy telling you Biafra will come today, Edohuasi Biafra will come tomorrow, and as you speak, they are still telling you, Nnamdi Kanu is still telling you through Simeon Ekpa, that Biafra is going to come few days from now. That is next year. But we have to grow up along the line. 7 greatest achievements of Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob. Number 1, blackmailing. Most of you have become instrument of blackmailing even without knowing. We started by blackmailing Fulani herdsmen. We blackmail everything blackmailable, nobody to blackmail again. We start blackmailing ourselves, and most of you are still doing it to this moment. Let me tell you, that thing you believed, do you have evidence that they are true? You know, there is an adage in our place. They say, when you want to kill a dog, first of all, give it a bad name. Nnamdi Kanu made use of that adage. Ipob does that perfectly. You can hear them every day tell you, our governors do this, our governor do that, the Fulani herdsmen do this. I never knew blackmail could be as powerful as this. Nnamdi Kanu did well. We look at the second achievement of Ipob under Nnamdi Kanu. Establishment of shrine. Honestly, take a look around Igbo land. There are shrines everywhere. Native doctors are trending. This is one of the achievements of Nnamdi Kanu. Native doctors everywhere. Ipob tried. Where are OK Foreign? Where are Rabbi Charles? Where are those people shouting Odieshi? Honestly, I try projecting back to your root. Not because of shrine, to tell you that what you are doing is wrong. Nnamdi Kanu did not end up there. He went to Ebino Kpabe. He even built his own Ebino Kpabe, managed by his sister that is a Nigerian police. They call it Igwe Kala. So for your information, Ebino Kpabe shrine is 2. Nnamdi Kanu did well for Igbo land. Everywhere is ritualist, shrine. Anywhere you see Ipob Nnamdi Kanu follower, you must see shrine. One of the second, his greatest achievement. Is that how we are supposed to live? Christianity may not have been perfect to most of you, but I tell you, it remains a source that has made peace to be sustained in our community. Number 2 achievement of Nnamdi Kanu. Number 3 rather, fundraising. Every minute they are calling for fundraising. Let us contribute to defend our land. Let us contribute. We are calling for mega fundraising. of course, there is something to learn there. You are Igbo leader. You are a leader within the Biafran territory. This is one truth you need to get from there. Our people are suffocating under Nigeria. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to solve this problem. They know they need freedom. And that is why, in as much as I understand that the Biafra is supposed to represent liberation, freedom to our people, once you say something that will free them, everybody will follow you. They are paying money to be free. So Nnamdi Kanu for the past 10 years did a very successful fundraising. We look at the number 4 achievement of Nnamdi Kanu. For 10 years now, IPOB have been able to initiate a lot of mass grave, unmarked grave, killing of our people. It's no longer Fulani herdsmen. I listened to my brother Udogo made the broadcast. He asked, where are does it mean that Fulani invaded Enugu and then killed almost 40 youths and nobody could touch one Fulani? You know, he's a gentleman. He's trying to cover up certain things. He don't want problem. He has a question there that we know what he was saying. Why is it you cannot even get one Fulani herdsman? There is a community in Ebonyi State. Chinas Anworu sent the dead man walking to go to that community and provide them security. The community asked dead man walking of Chinas Anworu, part of the unknown government, that they don't need security, they should leave. What Chinas Anworu and his dead man walking did was to kill a Fulani man, dumped it in that community, and then that attracted the attack in that community because they didn't allow them to come and save them. And when it happened, they will be the one to go and video it. They are killing us, so they are killing us, so they are killing us. So Nnamdi Kanu have succeeded in killing uncountable, unrecorded number of Igbo youths. And some people who don't understand what is happening, and say, yeah, it's a Biafra or Biafra. Look at your line now, Nnamdi Kanu and Bingos. It's no longer selling. We look at the number 5 achievement of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB for the past 10 years. They know how to cajole the politicians. Go to all their platform now. They are saying Igbo leaders are a failure. Igbo leaders are not doing well. No Igbo leader can speak up. They have killed Igbo people in Enugu. The silence of Igbo people is questionable. The silence of Igbo leader is Igbo leader. They know how to cajole the leaders. Today we don't know who is who. Igbo leader will do what they can do. Igbo leader will not do what you should do for yourself. Igbo leader know the game already. They know who Nnamdi Kanu is. They know who Nnamdi Kanu is. But for you, ordinary citizen, ordinary individual, you are following this group of liars. Your killing your governor will not save anything. You're calling your Igwe criminal, kidnapping them will not save anything. But at least it's one of the achievements of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. You can curse governor, curse everybody, curse your father, it's okay. These are great achievements of IPOB. We look at the 6th achievement of IPOB. They have now been able to give you their own faction of armed groups, militia groups in Igbo land. Now, understand how these things function. It may not have affected you now. To give gun to a civilian is one thing. To collect that gun back is another thing. There are a lot of people you have heard about in this struggle in time past. You don't hear about them any longer. They are not dead. Everybody has built their own flank of terrorist group, orchestrated by Nnamdi Kanu. And you see, Nnamdi Kanu can control them. It's too late. Simeon Ekpa knows the truth. He knows the game. Simeon Ekpa was paid by Nnamdi Kanu to change narratives. Along the line, Simeon Ekpa discovered that Nnamdi Kanu is going to rope him. As Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are trying to rope him into something he genuinely wants to do for his people. Simeon Ekpa decided to improvise. Tell Nnamdi Kanu to send a message through his legal team or anybody against Simeon Ekpa. Let them, you cannot expect Simeon Ekpa. If he can boldly tell you these are the people to listen to, let him boldly tell you, stop listening to the guy. You see? So at the end of the day, he has been able to introduce terrorist group in Igbo land. Honestly, you say, oh, Enugu they kill, Enugu they kill. Go and look at the people who started the killing of Igbo people in Enugu. Enugu is a very coordinated environment. Why the people of Enugu will allow what they did, I told you before now, almost a year ago, that what they want to introduce is anarchy. They started from Imo State, and then they strike Abia. They strike Anambra. From Anambra, they are moving to Imo State, and then they were in Ebonyi. The only state they have not actually attacked in the southeast is Abia State. They've not done that in the Kanu State. David Umahi stood up to the occasion. And then Hope Uzodinma stood up to that challenge. And then Soludo is still trying to be diplomatic. But that will not save anybody from this atrocity that have been initiated. If you think Nnamdi Kanu can call the people to order, then you think again. Because he has lost control. But he initiated the process. We warned him. He tried it in the South. He was there in Akwa Ibom. I can assure you that over 87 Igbo youth are locked up in different police cells in Akwa Ibom State. They don't tell you. I can tell you that in Cross River State, they just finish them. Come to River State and say you are known gunmen or you are IPOB. You are dead on arrival. Cross to Delta and do this rubbish. You are gone. You won't even go to Bayelsa. Why? What is the greatest achievement of Nnamdi Kanu? They built small terrorist group, and they are going to ravage our land. Except all of you stand up and begin to disassociate from this atrocity. If not, I will always tell you, get ready for the impact, because it will happen. And then we look at the sixth achievement of Nnamdi Kanu. What has they achieved? The seventh. What have they achieved? Blackmailing, converting our children to armed group men. How do I put it? They were so desperate to bastardize, to destroy Igbo land, to the extent that they were taking small children, initiating child army, introducing child army in Igbo society. And most of you are clapping. You are still there, you are clapping. Hey, Biafra is here, Biafra tomorrow. Let me tell you again. Regarding this issue of Biafra, if our people must save themselves, all of you move back. Move back, let's clear the mess in the name of Biafra. There is occultism everywhere, criminality everywhere in the name of Biafra. Now the Kanu last strategy was to terrorize Igbo land with all these small boys. Although he has mature men before now, but those mature men refuse. Those of them who insist to help Nnamdi Kanu destroy Igbo land, people like Obase, they are no more. Have you asked about people like Onye Buribu? What about the lion and the rest of them outside the ones they kidnapped? Have you wondered where they are? Most of them knew the truth and they disassociate from Nnamdi Kanu. Where is enemy? Those ones won't say because they are from Abia State, Nnamdi Kanu will just kill them. Where are the rest of them? Now let me tell you. They now decide to go and take your small boys. Did you not see the boy that about 16 or 17 years? They say, oh, he died in the battlefield. Now the Kanu children won't die in the battlefield. Oh. Simeon Ekpa children will not die in the battlefield. Oh. At that highway, now you their children will not die in the battlefield. Oh. And look at all your coordinator, most of them sending you, they won't die in the battlefield. Oh. I understand the power of poverty. You are jobless, you are hungry, so when somebody from abroad send you 30,000 and alongside with Temporo meaning which Chinas are introduced in Igbo society, and then you go on rampage. My brother, when they hold you, your eye will open. And now imagine all those your small children within the ages of 11 to 19 years. All of them have been converted into little armed group, cultist group, ravaging Igbo land. You will think they are adults. How do you feel when you see them? And if you don't stop them now, you give them, let them grow from that age, maybe 10 years more. You think you can manage that your region? Just try and look at the achievement of Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob. And as we enter new year, you need to rethink. It's not our intention to back down, to ignore all these atrocities. It doesn't matter who is involved. We will follow it up to the end. Let's be realistic. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Everything we have done so far, is any of them closer to freedom? I understand, honestly, you've suffered. I said we are suffocating in Nigeria. I understand. But don't lose your brain. Don't lose your brain. Everybody is losing their brain. Don't lose your brain. It is not very clear who Nnamdi Kanu is working for. But believe me, we are looking into it. Because sometimes he's protecting the Hausa Fulani agenda. I told you again, go and ask Atiku. And sometimes he's working for the Yoruba. And I have told you, go and ask Ayo Adebanjo. And sometimes there are, I can't understand some of our elders who come, and Igbo elders who come and tell, oh, General Buhari, I beg you, leave Nnamdi Kanu, oh, General Buhari. Let me tell you, I may not be from the southeast geographically, but it's my home. Now, gradually, the southeast is dying down economically. And the south is improving economically. Go to Akwa Ibom. The Akwa Ibom, some idiot want to drag into this mess. Go to Akwa Ibom. And I thank God for people like David Umahi. And so the other, the Ipob were insulting him. He's building flyover everywhere. My brother, what are the instruments that project a community into a modern town? Is it not the structures like flyover and the rest of it? Third road and electricity. Come to River State and see what Nwike is doing there with flyover. It is gradually pushing River State into another level of civilization. David Umahi has done well. It's a shame, Delta State where I come from, we don't even have one single flyover. The longest flyover in Delta State should be less than 100 meters long. It's just crossing the road. And then somebody say, oh, David Umahi is not working, he's building flyover. My brother, let's stop deceiving our people. Some business are moving from the southeast. Some are going to Eket. Some are going to Calabar. Some are going to Asaba. And many of them are in River State. And then very soon, what happens to South? Now the Kanu is not coming home. Now the Kanu children may not come home. They don't feel the pain they are causing for the people. Simeon Ekpa is not coming home. Certainly his children are not coming home. We are the ones that are at home. We taught the mentors well. Now, can't you see it? There are many of them who are still good in diaspora. And so those of us at home, I would not encourage you to raise a war against those of them in diaspora. But understand that it is those of us at home who are bearing the brunt of the atrocity of most of them in diaspora. Try and find out those of them killing you. Is it because of 30,000 you lose your brain? My brother, when you get involved, you are not going anywhere. And our people in diaspora, you may not be facing these challenges, but you have your loved ones at home. Don't complicate their life. Move away from Nnamdi Kanu. The guy is sold out. He's gone. He's gone. It is a gradual process. 55% of our people already know the truth. Just that among these 55, 40 of them are free to speak up. And then the remaining 45 within Nnamdi Kanu, 20% of them are there for the monetary benefit. And then the rest of them have business that is affiliated to the Biafran struggle. Like my page, share my page, follow my page, send me star. A lot of bloggers are feeding from the shenanigan introduced into our society by Nnamdi Kanu. And others don't know what to do, they are confused. But the truth is that in their heart of heart, they know they are not going anywhere. Between now and the 31st night of this month of December, if you have your place at heart, have a rethink. Let me tell you, the Nigerian Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba military are gradually pulling back. They are pushing our people into the war front. And there are a lot of guns in circulation. Somewhere along the line, your brother may fall for it. So those of you in diaspora, don't think it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. This has opened door for the enemy to take over our life. Unquestionable. You cannot question them. Because the actions of most of Nnamdi Kanu and his follower, he has actually empowered them to do what they are doing. Think about what Nnamdi Kanu have achieved. Aside lying. Biafra will come tomorrow. Biafra is here already. We are in Biafra already. You sleep in Nigeria, you wake up in Biafra. We are going home. Just think about it. There is no single diplomatic arrangement made anyway. No single plan whatsoever. Very unfortunate. We are not going anywhere. We remain here. I'm George Onyibe. I know most of you are not checking it. You just look at the level of achievement so far. It's over 10 years. Maybe you have forgotten. I sign off from here. We're still watching them. They won't know.